Hey everybody, it's Lisa, the Yarnieladybug. But like I always say, you knew that because, you subscribed to my channel and you're here. Hey, so, what's going on this week? Anything good? What you doing? What you working on? Anyway, I'm just sitting here on a Saturday, enjoying my day off, wondering what you guys are up to. Well, I've got no finished objects this week. Not one. Believe it or not, last week with the middle ear infection, every time I knit, I was getting a little dizzy. So I didn't knit a lot this week. I didn't crochet a lot this week. The only thing I did this week was this. This is the Red Heart Super Saver Blacklight. And it's plastic canvas. And I made a checkbook cover. Well, the beginning of one. I got that and that part done. And it's a little holder for, put the checks in. And I still got the front cover to do, where you put the your running balance and stuff on the other end of this. And yeah, so I got that done because I could do that, and it didn't mess with me. So I got that done. And I got a pile of project bags here. So let's go through them. These are all my works in progress. Well, as you all know, this is my Mussolina. And I don't believe I worked much on this, if anything, this week. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have lost stitches. Hang on, guys. And we know how lost stitches are. Okay, so I did a couple rows because there's the stitch marker. But I didn't do a lot. So make them go even further out. So I got that to work on. I worked on, need to put that up there. You're going to want to know what that is in a minute. So I started working on that big old chunky handbrake last week. And I did get to the top of it, and I could have finished it, but what I did was, instead of putting the border on, I'm going to go up, and I'm taking the lead from the bare cowls that I did, the hooded cowls. And I'm going to take and continue up with that and then sew it together on the top to make a hooded cowl a hooded handbrake cowl. Out of really bulky, because I know everybody up north in northern Michigan, where it gets even colder than here, and it was pretty cold this year. But I enjoyed it. Don't tell anybody that I said that. I really enjoyed the cold. I hate the heat. Anything over 75, and yes, I complain. I'm one of them people. Okay, 75, 77. As long as the wind's moving, I'm good with going up to maybe 80. But if there's no wind, it better be 75 or under. Because that's just how I roll. I can't take the heat. So anyway, working on that. I've done, this is my third skein, and this is what I have left in my third skein. I bought 5 skeins, and I believe I have at least one more skein of this in my stash that I can use if I need to. So I have that. And that's it for works in progress. Now, for future works in progress. The lovely Amy gifted this to me earlier this year. This is the Cider Folk Song Chunky. There we go. A lot better. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I got to order, I found it in another store here in the States. And I've got to order 2 more balls of it to make this, but I'm going to make the carry-on. It's a chunky cowl hooded thing. But I'm going to make that. I'm going to start it tomorrow because it's the cider is a UK yarn. And these are my favorite colors. And this is a UK pattern. So, Bakery Bear, knit along, because I know I can do this in the time period. However, while looking for something to do in the time period, I ran across something that I want to do for my mother. And earlier this year, I'm sure I showed you that I ordered a bunch of yarn from Ice. And this is Ice Yarns, and this is a DK weight, and it's purple, and my mom's favorite color is purple. Anyway, I found this really cool pattern, and the ink's going out in my printer, so I only printed it in black and white. But it's called Whispering Island Shawl by Helen Stewart. And it's a little on it's going to take me longer than what I could. I found this and I thought, ooh, I really want to do this for my mom. And then I started after I bought the pattern, I started looking at the different rows and the different things that have to go on each row. And this is going to take a lot of concentration. So this is, I think I found what I'm taking to and from Washington, D.C. So there's that. And that'll fit in a big bag, so I'll be okay. And then there is this sneaky lady on Ravelry. And she up and gifted me the Perk Me Up. And I really wanted it, but it wasn't on my wish list or nothing. But I think this is payback because I gifted her the handbrake. And that's okay. I can take paybacks like that. So I'm going to do the Perk Me Up. And I believe and Erin can correct me if I'm wrong. But Erin was going to do this in hopes of maybe helping out for MS. I thought that's what she said. So I looked up online, and they say that the ribbon color for MS is orange. And that looks coral on here, but it's orange. This is almost neon orange. I'm sorry it's coming across rotten. But this is going to be, if I decide not to take the Whispering Island shawl with me, I'm going to take this. And I put it in an Erin bag so I would know. Because it's Erin. Alright. Oh, let's see. What else? Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, yeah. This is the yarn for the giveaway. Maybe I should do the giveaway now. What do you think? Okay. You talked me into it. Alright, let's get the old iPad going here. See, I told you were going to want that thing on here in a minute. And how do I turn down the brightness on this thing? Brightness. Let's see if that helps. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I got everybody's names. There's 25. Okay? We're going to do this together, people. Alrighty. Amy! Amy's Woolly World. Amy Gibson, you won. That's awesome. I still have your address, Amy. I gotta get a few more things to finish out this little package, and it'll be on its way to you. So congratulations, Amy. Yay. Alrighty. Okay, that was fun. As soon as I learned how to do my iPad. No, I didn't want to take a picture. Anyway. I have to tell you all. I got this, I woke up earlier this week. Let me get the picture up here because I have it on my iPad. I've had a heck of a week. Not me personally. But I was informed of a few things that I didn't know this week. I woke up Thursday morning to this picture. And my first thought was, well, she's in jammies, so she can't be really too bad. So I freaked out and said, what happened? What's going on? Anyway, it's my eldest nephew's youngest child, my great niece. She's riding her bike, and a dog who's quite friendly in the neighborhood was so excited to see her that he jumped up on her and he knocked her down. She broke her arm in 2 places, and the side, sorry, because that's where the picture was, took a piece of her chin out. So they started the grafting on that already. But anyway, while all this is going on, they get her home from the hospital, and her brother, her older brother, who is 10, maybe? Anyway, her older brother says, this is the story I get in the text message, or the email I got, and I'll read it to you. He assigned himself to be her caretaker, stating that he knows her pain and he will help her. After all, he's had 3 broken collarbones. Yes, these are energetic kids. No matter what their parents do, they're still going to get hurt. And if anybody knows how to take care of her, he does. Okay, enough said. Once we got her out of her short and shirts, and they were a bloody mess, he was discreet and covered his eyes. But he kept telling her that she would be okay, and he promised to take care of her. So he made sure that he got her arm positioned correctly so her arm would heal right. He's the expert. We finally get her asleep, and he announces that he's going to sleep on the sofa. So he will be there for her. My sister agreed. It's her grandchildren. So she tucks him in on the sofa with pillows and, of course, his favorite fleece blanket, and she says goodnight. About 15 minutes later, he comes into my room saying he's cold. All the blankets are upstairs and in a closet. He's shaking, but it's not from cold. He's overly concerned about his sister. He's tired. He lost a tooth earlier that day. He's worried that the tooth fairy would not find him to get his tooth because he was on the sofa. He was more worn out than any of us, if that was possible. So she offers this throw that I made her on her bed. And he touches it, and he says, "Can I use this?" And of course, she says yes. So she takes the Afghan and tucks him back in, and he runs his hands over the stitches. And he says, "Who is Aunt Lisa?" I say, "Well, just as Aunt Karen is my sister, so is Lisa, but she's my baby sister, like Amber is." He asks, "What's Aunt Lisa like?" So I dig through my suitcase and find a couple of pictures of Lisa, and we talk about Lisa as a baby and a little girl and so on. This goes on for 30 minutes. He wanted a visual picture as well as an actual picture. He's very drowsy, and he says, "Do you love her a lot?" I say, "Of course I love her. I always have." He's still running his hands over the Afghan, and he says, "She loves you a lot. She made this blanket for you. Do you think anyone will make a blanket for me?" I was stunned, and I said, "Of course, I will make you one." He says, "Will it be as soft and warm?" I say, "I will try." And just as he closes his eyes, he says, "Ask Aunt Lisa to help you." She goes on to say she doesn't care if I ever find the perfect someone to spend the rest of my life with. Right now, I am loved by a little boy who still believes in the tooth fairy and thinks she's a perfect person because she makes blankets out of love. So I had to share that, guys, because I love that little guy. He came into the world a little weird, and he's had my heart since that night. His mom, being pregnant, got to the phone and called her husband to tell him, "You got to come home." He was working midnight shift because she was in labor. So he finally gets home. He thinks he's got an hour. What he doesn't know, because the doctors say you usually have about an hour from the time you go into labor until it's go time. So he believed that, and he didn't realize it took her a half hour in pain to crawl to the phone to call him. So he gets there. Everybody gets there because he's got an older sister. So everybody gets there. He takes the car and he comes zipping to the hospital. Well, he didn't make it to the closest hospital even. And the baby was born in the parking lot of the car, or of the hospital, in the car. And I get a phone call at 3:20 in the morning, 3:23 in the morning to be exact. I remember this because, it's important. So I wake up, hello. My sister's on the other end of the phone that says, Lisa, I need you to get to the hospital. That baby's been born. My grandson's been born. I need you to get there right away. And I say, okay. So I say the name of the hospital they were supposed to go to, and she says, no, they couldn't make it there. They ended up in this other hospital that's closer to them. And I said, wait a minute. They're like 10 minutes away from that place, and they couldn't make it there? So I'm thinking something's wrong, So there was at 3:23 in the morning. I got dressed. I told everybody where I was going, and out the door I went. I am approximately 15 minutes away from that hospital at that point. I got to the hospital at 3:30, and that's after getting dressed and taking my time to tell everybody where I was going. Yeah, speeding. So I remember this little guy. He's always had a place in my heart. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you that was the night before her baby shower that I was given in my house. And we had all just got to sleep at midnight because we were setting up for the baby shower. So anyway, this little guy's had my heart, and now I've got his. So at some point, I have to make not one, not two, but 3 Jacob's Ladders blankets, because that's what I did for my sister. I did her a shawl, but I did it a little bit bigger so that she could cover up if she was cold. So now I get to make 3 more. So I'll be busy. So I do know that one of those projects will be done. And I'm positive that the Perk Me Up will be done before the time's up on the Bakery Bear knit-along. The Whispering Island shawl may be done by Christmas. May not. I'm not guaranteeing it. I might be able to have it done for next Mother's Day for her. But I have some baby stuff to do for Chris. Not that I have to do it, but because I want to do it. And then these 3 Afghans. And these Afghans aren't going to take much. It's just about a week to make each one of them. But it's the fact that I got to get the yarn first. And then I got to pay for 3 boxes to go over there. Because they live in Wisconsin. They don't live close. Of course they don't live close. And if I get it done early enough, maybe I can ship it back with somebody who happens to stop by for a visit. Because I believe my nephew and his wife may be by later on this summer. So we might get lucky and he might be able to take it over for me. But I'll contact them and ask them after I get that all done. So anyway, that was my week. That, and I went to see the doctor, and I got my FMLA paperwork filled out. And the doctor asked for what I asked for, which was 4 days a week, 9-hour shifts, so that I could keep my full-time status. And the bosses are talking about it, and we came up, I believe, with a schedule, but I'll start that on July the 2nd because our pay periods go from Thursday to Wednesday. And, of course, I didn't get the FMLA paperwork until Wednesday. And our pay period is 2 weeks. So, because we get paid bi-weekly. So I have to wait 2 weeks before the next pay period begins. And I just said, it'll be easier for HR, easier for me, easier for everybody if we just wait until July the 2nd. And they went, oh, okay. So But there you go. I think this is going to be a really quick video because I'm at almost 25 minutes and I'm done. That's usually I take up more time. I got nothing else. Sorry. I just thought that kid being in love with me was just over the moon. So I'm gonna do those 3. I'll get those knocked out. And thankfully, starting July 2nd, I'll have 3 days off. I'm hoping that I stay like I am right now. I have energy right now, but I don't. I'm in fear right now. The last time I felt like this, I got a rash on my arms. And it seems like that's the cycle. The rash is the first part of it. And we had a little bit of stress at work this week. Save the fact that 2 people at work started to try to get permission for us to land in a certain location. And then they canceled. They just said, no, we're not. We're going to go straight on, and we're going to go back to the U.S. And everybody said, okay. And then the captain got halfway and said, nope, we're not going to make it. We got to get more fuel. So he did a stop in that particular location. Save the fact that those guys did what they did. We did not cause an international incident. So that was pretty stressful. But we handled it. It is what it is. Anyway. So I will go. I'll quit bending your ear. Congratulations to Amy. This is my first one, and I had fun with it, and I'm sure this isn't going to be my last giveaway. 9 times out of 10, we'll have one later on in the summer. I don't know for what, just because I want one. I think I should be able to do that when I want. So I will see you guys later. Have a good week. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for listening to me. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.